My parents warned me not to look out the window at night. I just discovered the horrifying reason why. My parents warned me not to look out the window at night. I just discovered the horrifying reason why. I always thought my parents were overprotective. No matter what, don't look out your window at night, my mom would say every evening before bed. My dad would reinforce it with a stern nod. If you hear something, ignore it. If you feel like something is watching, close your eyes. I used to think it was just some weird old superstition. Some parents warn their kids about the boogeyman. Mine warned me about windows. For years I obeyed. But last night, I broke the rule. And now I wish I hadn't. It started with a sound. A soft tap, tap, tap on the glass. I was half asleep when I heard it, but it was unmistakable. It wasn't the wind. It wasn't tree branches. It was deliberate. For the first time in my life, I felt curious rather than scared. Maybe it was a prank. Maybe it was just my imagination. Maybe my parents had been lying to me this whole time. So I did the one thing they had always told me not to do. I opened my eyes. I turned my head. And I looked. At first, I didn't see anything. Just the moonlight casting strange shadows on the trees. Then, the shadows moved. A figure stood outside my window. Tall, thin, its arms too long, its fingers ending in something like claws. Its head, wrong, stretched, tilted at an unnatural angle, like it was trying to understand me. I couldn't see its face, or maybe it didn't have one. But I felt it watching me. I felt it smile. My breath hitched. My body locked up. Every instinct screamed at me to look away, to close my eyes, to pretend I never saw it. But I couldn't move. It raised one of its hands and tapped. Tap, tap, tap. A sickening wave of realization hit me. The sound hadn't come from outside. It had come from inside. The glass wasn't a barrier. It never had been. I shut my eyes and buried my face in my pillow, my heart hammering against my ribs. I waited for morning. When I woke up, the window was open, and there were long, clawed prints on my floor. I told my parents. I expected them to scold me, to be angry. Instead, their faces went pale. My mom's hands shook. My dad swore under his breath. "You looked at it," he whispered. I nodded.